Ωραία. Welcome to Ian's March networking meeting. We are going to talk about local resources that support startuppers. This is a subject that was voted by our members to be our subject for this networking meeting. I found some information about this subject, and I'm going to show them to you, and in the end we may discuss about this subject, and you may give the rest of us other information I might didn't mention in my presentation. So, small or medium-sized enterprises are the ones that dominate Cyprus's economy. Almost all enterprises employ less than 250 persons, whereas 95% of employees have less than 10 persons. The government of Cyprus gives an emphasis to the need for a regulatory climate conducive to investment, innovation, and entrepreneurship. Of course, these days all these conditions have changed, but the information I have to do with the information that we have until now. One of the primary objectives of the government development policy concerns the restructuring and modernization of the productive fabric of the economy in order to assist enterprises to meet the challenges of globalization and accession to the European Union. The government policy for small and medium-sized enterprises is fully harmonized with the European Union, with the policy of European Union, and the basic objectives aim to support and develop the small and medium-sized enterprises and entrepreneurship, introducing a simplified legal, regulatory and procedural framework for the function of SMEs, improvement of the monetary and financial environment. They assist the SMEs to internationalize their activities, and they strengthen the competitiveness of SMEs, and they improve the access of SMEs to research, technological upgrading, training, and information services. There is the European Enterprise Promotion Awards, which last year the winner for Cyprus was the Women's Cooperative Bank. These awards run every year, and we can conclude that one organization like in Cyprus that promotes entrepreneurship is this Women's Cooperative Bank, which aims to boost women's entrepreneurship by providing easy access to finance through a cooperative bank set up by female entrepreneurs. And since the project started, women's entrepreneurship has increased in Cyprus overall from 12% in 2001 to 28% today. Also, there is the European Exchange Program for Entrepreneurs, the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, which is a cross-border exchange program which gives new or aspiring entrepreneurs the chance to learn from experienced entrepreneurs running small businesses in other European Union countries. The exchange of experience takes place during a stay with the experienced entrepreneur, which helps the new entrepreneur acquire the skills needed to run a small firm. The host benefits from fresh perspectives on his or her business and gets the opportunities to cooperate with foreign partners or learn about new markets. The stay is partially funded by the European Union, and whether you are a new or highly experienced entrepreneur, the program can offer strong added value to your business, such as possible benefits like exchange of knowledge and experience, networking opportunities across Europe, new commercial relations or markets abroad. Those who can participate in this exchange program are new entrepreneurs firmly planning to set up their own business, or who have already started a business within the last 3 years, or experienced entrepreneurs who own or manage a small or medium-sized enterprise in the European Union. Additionally, we have the Europe's Eyes Are Open program, which is a project coordinated by the intermediary organization, which aims to act as a focal point for the promotion of entrepreneurship in Cyprus. Since February 2011, Cyprus has its own intermediary organization for the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs Business Exchange Program. This new intermediary organization is consisted of 5 major organizations whose business support services have a geographical coverage of all districts of Cyprus, the Netherlands and Greece. The European Office of Cyprus, which is the lead organization, the Cyprus Chamber of Commerce and Industry, which is a partner organization, the Cyprus Federation of Business and Professional Women, also partner organization, the Skolton Consultancy, partner organization, and the Foundation for Research and Technology, Hellas, also a partner organization. The title of this project has a symbolic meaning, as the Cyprus area has not been covered by the 2 previous cycles of the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs program. This program is currently looking for motivated, new or experienced entrepreneurs from other member states that would like to participate in this business exchange program and establish links of cooperation with Cypriot businesses. While the target groups are entrepreneurs from all the economic sectors, an emphasis is given to attract entrepreneurs from the sectors of tourism, culture, sports, education, auditing business, ICT, engineering, finance, services, law, trade, manufacture, as well as entrepreneurs that do not see themselves as entrepreneurs, like doctors or lawyers. The government has the Foreign Investors Service Center, which is which has to do with the primary objectives of the government's development policy, which is to foster the infusion of foreign investment in all economic sectors. Of course, due to the changes that happened the last days, I don't foresee many foreign investments coming to Cyprus for the near future, at least. Anyway, Towards this end, a foreign investor service center operates under the auspices of the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Tourism, located at the Ministry's headquarters in Nicosia. The center operates as a full-service one-stop shop for foreign-based companies interested in investigating investment opportunities in Cyprus. It constitutes the central agency of information, support and foreign investors' relations. It plays a vital role in attracting FDIs in targeted industries, especially focusing on the development of high technology products, the enhancement of research and development, and the technology transfer, fields essential for the upgrading and the enrichment of production capacity and the productive fabric's competitiveness. The center's activities include promotion of Cyprus as an international business as well as an R&D center, organization of promotional activities for the dissemination of Cyprus's competitive advantages, and encouragement of foreign investment, provision of information to investors regarding financial, legal and taxation matters, provision of advice to potential investors regarding the most effective way of making use of the package of the various benefits offered, and finally it acts as the liaison with various governmental departments and facilities, the process of granting the necessary approvals such as the work permits required for implementing a project. European Union political leaders have agreed at the Spring European Council of March 2006 that their governments should take adequate measures to considerably reduce the average time for setting up a business, with the objective of being able to do this within 1 week anywhere in the European Union by the end of 2007. So, since April 2007, the Department of One-Stop Shop has been established under the auspices of the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Tourism, and it provides to foreign and local investors the following services. They provide information and guidance to potential investors and aftercare service to existing investors. They also help to register a company, to register your VAT, your income tax, and to apply for the issue of residence and work permits. The Department of One-Stop Shop constitutes a modern pioneer institution which aims to accelerate and simplify the process of setting up a business in Cyprus. Another policy followed by our government is the operation of the free zones, which is ruled by the provisions of the free zone law and other regulations. There is one free zone in Cyprus that is situated in Larnaca area near the airport and operates since 1980. The objectives of the establishment of the free zone are the following. First, to attract foreign investments. Second, to create employment opportunities. Third, to increase exports and the inflow of foreign currency. And finally, to utilize the geographical position of Cyprus as well as the advanced infrastructure. Any person can apply to the Ministry of Commerce, Industry and Tourism for obtaining a license to establish an industrial unit within the Larnaca Free Zone for operating trade, work or manufacturing. The Human Resources Development Authority of Cyprus, known as ANAV, has two programs that target companies. The first one has the aim of improving productivity of small and medium-sized enterprises that employ 5 to 249 people. The aim of this project is to provide specialized training in SMEs that employ 5 to 2,049 people, so that they can increase investment in human capital and improve their productivity. The project is implemented within the framework of the operational program Employment, Human Capital and Social Cohesion 2007 to 2013. To achieve the project aims, the following script is applied: identifying needs and diagnose failures of the enterprise, material skills development programs on productivity for the owner or manager or other responsible executives of the company, preparation of medium-term business plan for the development and utilization of human resources and improvement of company's productivity. And the above script is provided by specialized consulting firms or training organizations, contractors. The project is aimed at small and medium-sized enterprises employing the amount of people I told you before, that do business in the territory of the Republic of Cyprus, the free sites, and do not come under the exceptions of Article 1 of regulation blah 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 of the Commission. The benefits for the businesses that participate in this project: they gain a significant understanding of the current position in the competitive environment, and they also gain a practical tool for improving the productivity and utilization of human resources. Additionally, the knowledge and skills gained from responsible officials will provide an opportunity for businesses to gaze thereafter issue to improve productivity and competitive position on a more comprehensive and rational basis. Any business that wishes to participate in this project should be registered as a legal entity at the Registrar of Companies and official receiver. Also, they should be registered in the Registrar of Social Insurance Fund Employers as an employer, and they must have paid their contributions to the Social Insurance Fund and the Development of Human Resources Fund in accordance with the provisions of the relevant legislation. The company must not bankrupt, and they must not be suspended, or they shouldn't have terminated their work for any reason. They should be an active financial business unit. Their offices or other premises from where they carry their business activities should be outside of domestic places. The operation of the company and the conduct of their business activities should not be limited exclusively at night between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. They shouldn't perform their business operations seasonally, and they should operate on average for more than 8 months per year. And finally, they should not have been imposed by decision of the Board of Human Resources Development Authority of Cyprus, the IANAV, administrative penalties which are effective on the day of application and that affect its participation in the project. There are some restrictions for those who can participate in the program. Government agencies or small businesses in which employer is the government of the Republic are excluded. Also, Small and medium enterprises whose main activity is gambling are excluded. Small businesses that have mixed activities, and the main of them, which is more than 50% of their turnover, including the exceptions in Article 1 of Regulation number 1998 of 2006 of the Commission of December 15, 2006, and also are excluded problematic SMEs, which are defined according to the communication from the Commission Community Guidelines for Rescuing and Restructuring Firms in Difficulty. The second program of the Human Resources Development Authority of Cyprus, ANAD, targets small businesses which employ between 1 to 4 people. The aim of this project is to provide specialized training in small businesses employing 1 to 4 persons with a view to strengthening competitiveness. The project is implemented within the framework of the operational program Employment, Human Capital and Social Cohesion 2007 to 2013. To achieve the project aims, the following script is applied. It is the same as that applies for the previous project. The target is that we told before. They aim small businesses with 1 to 4 employees. The benefits for the company are the same that apply for the previous project. They gain meaningful understanding of the current position in the competitive environment, and they gain a practical tool for strengthening competitiveness. Also, knowledge and skills by competent executives, and which provide them an opportunity to face thereafter issue, to develop and improve their competitive position on a more comprehensive and rational basis. These were the information that I found about our subject, local resources that support startuppers. So if you have any questions on that I have found, or if you have any other information about our subject, please. Yes.
From what I have seen, this is more suitable for entrepreneurs that want to come to Cyprus to make business, and not that much from Cypriots that want to start up something.
The exchange program, the Erasmus for Young Entrepreneurs, apply to all European Union people who want to start a business, and it helps them to move to another country of the European Union and work for, I think, 6 months, some weeks to 6 months, something like that, to a business in the same field that they want to make a business. So they gain expertise in this way. This also applies for Cypriots who want to be entrepreneurs. Alright? The other, this is actually the same, the Europe size Europe, and this is actually the same program. Okay, foreign investors. Okay, this is for attracting foreign people to invest in Cyprus. Yes, the free zones are for those who want to create a business related to like to make a factory. provisions of the... There is a certain law for free zones, and they have some certain provisions to attract foreign investment, to create employment opportunities. There is a specific regulatory for these zones, and they say that it is located in Larnaca, in the Larnaca free zone.
Ναι, ελεύθερα ζώνη εμπορίου βασικά.
Ναι.
Που έρχονται διάφοροι που μπορούν να κάνουν trade χωρίς να πληρώνουν κάποιον.
Και μπορούν και δικοί μας, έτσι.
Ναι, ναι. Π.χ. έχει το Κύπρος που έρχονται εδώ να βάλουν τα kiosk τους και έχει και τον Κύπρος.
Και αυτό αφορά κυρίως βιομηχανίες, νομίζω.
Βασικά είναι όπως το free market, ας το πούμε έτσι. Γίνεται και κάτι έτσι στο free zone.
Μάλιστα. And the last two projects that are provided by ANAD, the Human Resources Development Authority of Cyprus, they target already established companies or those who want to establish a company that is going to employ 5 to 249 people. Most of us don't want to do something like that, but the other project that targets small businesses with 1 to 4 employees is a more rational solution for people like us who want to create a company, a small-sized company. Of course, ANAD has programs for those who work for themselves, οι αυτοεργοδοτούμενοι. Because only companies in Cyprus can benefit from the projects of ANAD, because they contribute to their funds, paying a small contribution every year, but small companies like the ones that employ 1 to 4 employees can benefit from this project. Do you know any other resources in Cyprus for startups?
Since this is an entrepreneurs network, so I think an attempt should be made to increase the networking, and especially networking between IEEE members. One thing that I believe that can possible, especially for the times that we are going through, is to look for creating startups that they start from Cyprus, not waiting for people to come to Cyprus.
Right.
And I believe there are many IEEE members that have many great ideas, but they don't know how to start anything, or how to network. And so I think maybe an idea is to start polling specializations within IEEE Cyprus, and see if we can create a critical mass to have something.
Yes, the goal of the IEEE Entrepreneurs Network in Cyprus is networking. This is why we make these monthly networking meetings. The main goal is networking between IEEE members or non-members that have an education or a professional experience within the fields designated by IEEE, who might want to become IEEE members. And the aim of those meetings is to discuss between us in entrepreneurship related issues. Of course, we have a website, our group in LinkedIn. There we can open discussions and comment and have some interaction between us. But the better way is to network in person in such meetings. Of course, in Cyprus there are also angels, which means people who, like Stavriana Kofteros, Alexandros Michailidis, and Dimitris Hadjisofoklis, who can help someone who wants to be a start-upper to make their first moves.
So these are like experts, they are themselves entrepreneurs.
Yes.
It's like a consulting or...
Yes, yes. Stavriana Kofteros is the CEO of Diogenes Incubate, κάπως έτσι, the University of Cyprus.
Is this information available online? I mean, usually people could find out those resources.
You mean those three people?
No, yeah, I mean, like this is also that you mentioned, or for example, the talk.
In my presentation?
Yeah.
Yes, I brought them from the internet. I searched and brought them from the internet. But I will upload the slides in our site, in our website. So, what is your relationship to entrepreneurship?
I'm just looking out for opportunities. So I'm assistant professor at Cyprus University of Technology. My specialization is robotics and automation and autonomous systems. And there are too many opportunities to start up. There are too many ideas. And I'm looking into ways to collaborating with people that want to do startups.
Yeah, the first step to create a good startup is to have a good idea and find a good team, I think. The rest? Why are you here? What is your relationship to entrepreneurship?
The relationship is none. Just for the moment, I'm just looking for ideas.
Are you working?
Hopefully, yes. Because
Hopefully.
I am an employee of Lagi Bank at the IT department.
Oh, right. We have other two people here who are, I think, from the IT field. Am I right? Yes. So, what is your relationship to entrepreneurship? Mm-hmm.
Basically, I'm looking to start up my own company. It's been, I'm unemployed, but I work from home on demand for
Like me.
services.
Yeah. And you?
Well, I was working for a startup company. Actually, now it's stayed as sleepy to non-existent. But yeah, and currently I'm working as a researcher in the University of Cyprus.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea of doing something that is new to the business world.
Mm-hmm. when I established this network 4 months ago, I sent many invitations to researchers and people who are related to universities and students, researchers, faculty members, because I believe that in order to get out of this whole economic crisis, we should stand on our own feet and use our strength, our ideas, and especially give much importance to innovation. And I hope that those people who are who come from the fields I mentioned before will be an important part of this network, and in general they may help Cyprus to get over this economic crisis.
Actually, as it is right now, the whole entrepreneurship thing doesn't work as it is, because you need the mentality. The mentality is lacking. That's lacking in Cyprus. People don't want to work in startups or in something that, okay, it's not sure where we will live. From my experience, people in universities, postdocs, PhD students, about 50% of them, they do have something like a company.
Mm-hmm.
Postdocs are higher in percentage that they have small companies. They are 1 or 2 persons, and their main problem is funding.
Mm-hmm.
The major problem is that.
So they have the ideas and the expertise, but they need money.
Yeah, they need money. And many small companies, they tend to do stuff that they didn't originally envision in doing. For example, people that are doing video processing, image processing and stuff like that, and ended up doing website development because they could only get money from website development.
Right. Yes.
Yeah, it's strange.
Yes, I think you're right. Funding is a big problem. How can we get over it?
So the question is how to attract venture capital.
Yeah, that's the major problem.
Or if there are not venture capitalists, how can you persuade the government somehow to fund this kind of activities?
Yeah.
So I've heard that there are some efforts now underway to use structural funds to boost entrepreneurship in Cyprus. But it's very early. I mean, there are people that are preparing some proposals for so I'm myself looking around to see what's going on with this aspect.
As all of us.
in Cyprus.
Yeah.
And,
Personally, I started to work on as self-employed a month ago because I actually lost my job, and I do not intend to create a company right now because all those costs are really high for me right now. So I'm going to to keep working as a self-employed electrical engineer consultant. I am going to try to enhance my services to be as good as I can to what I offer, because I have many competitors in the market who are most of them more experienced than me. So this is the solution I found, and of course ongoing learning. I think this is a good goal for anyone who wants to be an entrepreneur, to try to learn new things every day if he can.
So I think what you mentioned before is important. I mean, finding the people that you can collaborate with and start something with them. I don't think that moving on your own is the best thing, but of course it's better than nothing. But I think it's very important to hold the capabilities that exist in Cyprus, and find people with similar interests, and then move in a coordinated fashion towards a goal. I think this is important. This we will have to do this at some point, I guess. Otherwise, just individual efforts rarely are successful, I believe.
So maybe through this Entrepreneurs Network we should declare each of us in which field they want to make a startup and find collaborators.
Or at least fields of interest.
Yes, fields of interest.
So it would be easier to get an intersection.
It's a good idea. In order to get to know in a more efficient way the members of the network, and to find these more easily people to build a team.
That and some brainstorming through the website.
Yeah, I constantly ask for ideas, but most of the times we, all of us, me included, reproduce information about entrepreneurship from other sites, and not create a discussion to actually have a discussion. Okay, I think that's enough for today. Too many ideas. Unfortunately, I will not be able to have a meeting next month, because I have to give in my master thesis and other issues. So 2 months from now we are going to have our next meeting. In our website I'm going to create a poll to give suggestions and to vote for the subject of our next meeting. And until then, I hope that we can have more interaction within the website, implementing the ideas we said today. Thank you very much for your presence here.